Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us today. Sunday was certainly an historic day for Tampa Bay, as our Tampa Bay Buccaneers made history by winning Super Bowl 55. And amid all the excitement and exhilaration leading up to the big day, and our endeavors to make it safe and a secure experience for everyone visiting Tampa, we were also working behind the scenes to zero in on human trafficking and those who sexually exploit others. The sickening practice of human trafficking is a crime that is nothing less than modern-day slavery. Escaping the wrath of a trafficker takes courage and in some cases is nearly impossible. For this reason, we have not and will not relent in our efforts to stop the demand. And we are accomplishing this one arrest at a time, one rescue at a time. When the National Football League announced nearly 2 years ago that Tampa was awarded Super Bowl 55, we knew then that for some, our beautiful Tampa would become a hotspot for human trafficking. Our undercover detectives focus on hotels and motels, online chat rooms, adult entertainment establishments, massage parlors, and street-level solicitations, which resulted in a record number of arrests. Over the past 2 weeks, the 75 individuals whose photos are on display were apprehended while trying to buy or sell sex. The youngest, just 19 years old, and most senior, 73 years old, all of whom have taken part in this deplorable criminal practice that destroys lives and keeps human traffickers in business. In one case, through skillful and diligent detective work, we identified 3 men believed to be trafficking women in our area. Undercover detectives engaged with one of the trafficking victims through an online advertisement. She arrived at the hotel accompanied by Alvin Lynch Jr., a 20-time convicted felon, and his associate, Scott Fitzgerald. After their arrest, the victim told detectives about additional women the men were also trafficking. While I cannot provide too many details due to the ongoing nature of this investigation, I can tell you that we identified and made contact with 2 more victims, one of whom is only 17 years old. Involved in another case is Juan Canu Jr., who now faces a human trafficking charge after traveling to meet a girl he thought was 17 years of age. Cano engaged in an online conversation with one of our undercover detectives who assumed the identity of a human trafficker. Juan Cano struck a deal with the trafficker, our detective, offering to pay to have sex with whom he believed was a teenage human trafficking victim for $150. While Operation Game Over resulted in a record number of arrests, we were also able to identify and rescue 5 adult females who we connected with one of our local partners, Selah Freedom, to receive counseling and support services. And the 17-year-old female we rescued is receiving help through the Department of Children and Family. To be effective in our fight against human trafficking, we will continue to pursue every lead and every space where human traffickers operate. We remain vigilant to identify victims and get them the help and support they need to break this vicious cycle, while continuing to educate the public on the signs of human trafficking and what to do if they believe someone may be a victim. Individuals who buy sex, whether they know it or not, may be exploiting a human trafficking victim for their own pleasure. And those who offer sexual services may be doing it against their will. And the rest may be their only chance at freedom. While the Super Bowl has come and gone, our fight against human trafficking is far from over. We will remain vigilant to rescue individuals from the cruel and miserable underworld of human trafficking and pursue those who propagate this despicable practice. Before I take any questions, I want to thank all the detectives and the civilian staff whose dedication, commitment, and expertise resulted in this being such a successful operation, with 6 women being rescued this week, one, again, only 17 years old. And a great partner of ours, Miss Jennifer Johnson, Chief of the Special Victims Unit at the State Attorney's Office, whose team is committed to vigorously prosecuting this case. And thanks, Miss Johnson. At this time, I'll take any questions. Oh, did that good of a job, huh?
Were all of these from Hillsborough County?
Everyone that was here?
All of these?
It was 7 women that we arrested that were coming here to sell sex. They were actually from different states, and through the interviews, they admitted that they came here to make money and profit off selling themselves for the big game.
So you had 2 people that were charged with human trafficking?
Correct. 2 people that were charged with human trafficking.
And the rest were trying to pay for sex?
Correct. The rest were trying to pay for sex. Again, we continue to target the demand. We're trying to dry up the demand. And that's why I think I have to, again, thank our detectives, because since we've been so vigilant the last 2 years, it's getting harder and harder because they don't want to come to Hillsborough County to meet detectives. They want to meet them somewhere else. And they were still able, I think these individuals let the greed get the best of them and that need to profit, and they were able to be as successful as they were. Matter of fact, it's 75 individuals, and I think there's one more they have a warrant for that they'll be making an arrest on.
Can you speak on the connection with the Super Bowl and this bust and why they would want to come during this time to do this?
Well, whenever you have a major sporting event, it attracts a lot of people, and some are away from home and have that desire to purchase sex, and